Do something slightly different with the energy forecast for this week because I'm going to be totally honest with you. It is pretty akin to the energy forecast of last week. There's a lot of tension, there's a lot of anger, and there's actually some kind of breaking point energy. And I don't want everyone to be freaked out by that. And also, personally, I'm having a hard time kind of spinning that to make it positive. So, what we're going to do instead, I am going to talk a little bit about the energy of this week, and then I'm going to teach you how to transmute your emotions, transmute the energy that you're creating and the feelings that you're having to throw on that energy weight and actually do something with it. Do something in the sense of like using it to protect people who definitely need protecting, or using it to melt people who need melting. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, like I said, the energy of this week is very tense. There's a lot of stuff going on. Expect this in your personal life as well as in collective. Obviously, we know what's going on in collective. That unfortunately is going to keep amping up with the energy this week. None of us want that. That is just what it's looking like. However, notice that in your personal life too. People might be a little bit more on edge. They might be a little bit more tense. People might make a lot more mistakes. That might include you. Hopefully it doesn't, but people around you also, like, drive really, really safe, those kinds of things. We also have our last lunation before eclipse season kicks in this coming Sunday, February 1st. And I know it's not what we need right now. We don't need eclipse season to happen, but guess what? We don't get to pick. So eclipse season it is. But yes, we do have a full moon on Sunday, and I will do more videos about that the closer that we get so that you know how you can make the most of shedding and releasing with this full moon, because it does have about a good amount of energy with it. But on to the fun stuff, and on to the good stuff. So we are all feeling a ton of different feelings in a ton of different ways, and those feelings are oftentimes very, very uncomfortable. What we're going to do with this feeling energy is we're going to turn it into external energy that we can use to do magic with. And before anyone comes at me like sending energy is not going to do anything, if energy didn't do anything, our phones wouldn't be running off of crystals right now. Moving on. We're going to take all of the energy that we're generating, which is our emotional energy. Emotion is just energy in motion. So whenever you're having all of those big feelings, I don't want you to bypass them, but I do want you to use that as an energy source. Now, you want to assign them a color. Whatever color that is doesn't really matter. Just pick a color and a visual of what that energy, that emotion looks like to you, and gather that emotion into your chest, into your love center here. Then I want you to visualize, which means see, sense, hear, feel, know, taste, or smell, changing that color to a different color that has a different intention. For example, it could be for protection. Maybe your protection is like a bubble color, you know, like that, like you would wrap in a bubble, or a golden light, and the energy in there is like a dark, dingy brown. Let's light that up. Let's change that till it's that color. Or maybe you want to melt things. So you want like a very hot, fiery color, and it's currently very blue. So we want to heat it up and make it look like that color. Then we're going to Care Bear project that feeling, gather all that up and shoot that to the people that we are feeling that need that feeling. This is not invading their space. This is not doing energy work for them, but this is just sending them the things that might help them, might benefit them, or might give them consequences that they very, very, very rightly deserve. And this is just something else to do in addition to all of the physical things we're doing. We got to keep physically engaged. We got to lean on our community now more than ever. We have to participate, as hard as it may be. Hopefully this helps. We're going to get through this week, you guys. I'm sending you all the best.